15-year deal because that's how long this nigga gonna be playing. That's... But I'm not even trying to abuse him. I've been playing like an offline franchise with him. I like the way he throws. He's actually pretty accurate too. Like he's like they didn't OD. Like you know how like mobile quarterbacks like really inaccurate. Like they didn't do that like that this time. Now Lamar Jackson, he gotta stay. Yeah. Who? I don't even have your Facebook, bro.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Quick move by Miller. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 77 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Like but that's my point, because it's not gonna be a. It's not an overall thing. It's a.
On first down, McCown dancing away at the 35. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. McCown throwing on second. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it caught out. And the Texans
honestly,
scoop.
like,
And his guys are going to take over.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I know that taking care of football is something that's drawn into every guy who plays this position, no matter what.
I guess I would go with Watson because he's younger.
But it's almost
That's the
surprising
only reason. That's the only reason why I would do it,
because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble.
And I know if I got Watson, he'll be a 99. He's 22. At 23, he's gonna be a 99.
How much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe
when he's 23 years old, if I play with him, if I play with Deshaun Watson and he's 22, I get him at 82. At 23, he's gonna be a 99.
Because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Marcus Williams.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Time to start drafting some more, nigga. I feel like we just finished drafting some offensive linemen, nigga. Damn.
Typically, those scripts go between 12 and 24.
We just drafted some offensive
down
linemen.
2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Here's McCown. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
That nigga 27?
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That nigga 27?
You always know that once you score one touchdown,
no way that nigga is 27 years old, bro.
Today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This nigga been in the league, yo, this nigga been in the league at least 20 years, nigga. At least. At least 20 years, my nigga.
For a Texans touchdown.
Yo, what the fuck?
Miller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
Yo,
the Texans will
son.
extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And
that
some
nigga,
dangerous territory.
that
Already
nigga
down 3
is,
scores. A
yo,
out
bro.
here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
They talk about this nigga like he's 40, son.
But you also don't have to really enforce everything either.
They talk about that, yo. If you ever hear niggas talk about Tyron Smith, they talk about him like he 35. He like on his way out. Like the nigga just been dominating the league forever. Like that's how they talk about him. And this nigga only 27? That's crazy. That means, bro. Yo, he got another like 13 years in the league.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Reset. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
The quick slant caught down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run forward with Miller. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Regular. Get up there, come back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's Lawlett off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But Only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Walletta on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Let's do.
On 1st and 10, Walletta. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brandon Dunn forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
I'll give you Jimmy. I'll give you Jimmy and a first for Barnett and Johnson.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
All right. I really like Barnett. I really like Barnett.
Walletta from the 50. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Because if it's Barnett, then it would have to be one more, right? Nah, because he's
Richmond.
Yeah, you're right.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting this one go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Richmond. Hey, we got three. Three down.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you.
I'll do that.
I'm happy they kept that flag in their pocket. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Matter of fact, no. Send me Lane Johnson. Send me Lane Johnson.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Come back, come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 42 yards out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. Steps away to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Lawletta. It's caught. Shepard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So,
that will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
We got that. We got that. Now, me and James is straight.
Leopard! Leopard! Leopard!
Lawletta, he'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard.
Oh, yes.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Lawletta back to the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Lawletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And that will come the offense as they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. I got 86, I got 86.
They begin with a run by Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Black man, I feel it. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Yeah, because it was like
the Texans on 3rd down.
Really
they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Like, first try, they said trade accepted. So
now Watson.
He's on the Panthers. Really
and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
No. Like, well, I mean, you can turn that
only
off,
has to
bro.
punt once in the
I just did it with James
because he sends this one away. Now
so
Brown.
This other kid.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt we tell my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now here's Lauletta. Dancing to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Lauletta to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now out comes Houston. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The linebacker, Lamar Houston, the one to bring him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 3rd down, Miller. Miller with first down and more. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? Coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt